guys, this is model Jada Kobie. She was actually one of my roommates from when I lived in New York, y'all. So we go back a few years. It's been like 3 or 4 years now,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Um,
It's been a while.
I wanted to start off how I start off with everyone, and I want you to tell us how long have you been modeling and how did you get started into modeling?
So I've been modeling since I got signed in 2019.
Okay.
And I didn't officially, that's when I just signed the contract, but nothing
Wait, that's
started
when I
rolling
met you
officially
though.
until like, huh?
When I met you, wait, was that 29? No, I met you like a year later, right?
2021 is when you met
Oh,
me. That's
okay,
when we lived in
okay.
New York.
Okay, yeah.
So it's still kind of fresh.
Uh-huh.
I mean, like a year into it, because then COVID happened,
Yeah.
2020. So like the work was not too like that's when I just started modeling was right before COVID.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been modeling for what about like 7 years now, or
Hmm.
maybe a little less, but and yeah, so it's been a minute, and I got scouted on Instagram, which I feel
Okay.
like back to technology, like that's such a like the place that people find people nowadays, because
Yeah.
I hear all such types of cool stories of like girls being scouted in like the mall or like on vacation with their family. But I'm
Hmm.
like, nah, mine was just on Instagram. Like they just DM me, my mother agent, and I met up with them in Nashville because I live in Tennessee. So I met up with them in Nashville, and
Okay.
boom, yeah, that's where it started.
That's the history. I was gonna say,
Yeah, yeah.
speaking of crazy ways that people have gotten scouted, I was interviewing a male model and he told me he got scouted on Tinder. He was just swiping left and right, and one of the girls he
Yes.
swiped right for ended up saying, "Hey, like, do you want to be a model?" and helping him get assigned. That's actually
Oh
crazy.
wow. I know that's new. That's probably newer, right? Or I mean,
It
Tinder's
was,
been around for a while now.
yeah, I
So
think it was like maybe like 3-ish years ago or something. They said, I
okay,
think, but
yeah,
they also the chat
that's
says
funny.
W Blazer. They like your blazer.
Oh, thank you. It's thrifted, New York,
Hey,
actually.
wait, in New York?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think it's Ludlow Street, and they have like a market they set up. I don't know when the days are, but it's here and
Okay.
there, but like randomly. And so yeah, I found it over there with a friend. We
Hey,
were just walking and went to the market. Yeah.
I was gonna say that I was looking at your Instagram and like your style is so nice. Do you get most of your stuff
Thank you.
thrifted or like how do you go about? Because your off-duty model is amazing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I think that's I think it's so funny because I'm not into it's funny to say, I guess, because what we're into, like our career, like
Yeah.
we're in fashion, but
Mm.
I'm so for just comfort and chill. So
Okay.
I'm not always yeah, so I'm not into like high fashion and all that as far as when it comes to dressing, like my wardrobe. I'm
Yeah.
just like whatever is comfortable, whatever fits.
Yeah.
I'm like
Same.
sweatpants, button up blazers. But yeah, so most of it is now for a couple years now, once since we got like into thrifting, most of it is thrifted now, but I'm still like do like little shops. Like I mean, I still shop at H&M here and there, but the
Yeah.
stuff doesn't last. But
Yeah.
it's like if you want stuff to last, go to thrift. Like so yeah,
Ooh,
most of my closet
okay.
is like half it's like half and half. Half
Okay.
thrifted, half just like store bought.
Is like, do you consider like Goodwill like the thrifting, or do you think there's like you should go to like smaller
More like
boutique stores
locals.
for thrifting, or like the markets?
Okay, it depends because we thrift here in since we live in Tennessee. Goodwill, I feel like here is hit or miss.
Hmm.
But say if you go to like, I mean, New York is probably the same, but I feel like New York, if you go to the city, Manhattan,
Yeah.
like the big popular what is like Beacon's Closet and L Train
Yeah.
Vintage, I feel like
Hmm.
all that stuff because they're like so popular.
It's
Like you go in
overpriced.
there and yeah, they're overpriced, but also it's so hard to find something because they're just ran through because everyone's always
Hmm.
going there. So I
Yeah.
think you should go to like, I mean, Goodwill obviously is a big place, but you can find some hidden gems in there. So
Yeah.
I say like Goodwill, but also like little small local places too, because we have stuff like that here that we go to. So
Hmm.
like small little local thrifts, I feel like you'll find, and also depends where you go though. It depends
Yeah.
the location,
And like where
but where
you
you go,
live,
yeah,
yeah. What do they have in
yeah,
your city? Yeah, that's true as well. Um,
yeah.
you mentioned moving back to Tennessee, and I know
Hmm.
like you lived in New York with me for a while. What has been the process of moving to a market that isn't as big as New York? Do you feel like that slowed down modeling, or do you feel like it's helped you like just slow down yourself, or like what has been that process like?
Okay, so that year that I met you, 2021, that was when we made the big move for my career to New York,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like that helped so much. So that year I was able to build clientele, and so
Okay.
that's why I was able to move back home because it was like, oh, people I already had that
Oh,
connection.
yeah.
Yeah, so then it was like now I can just go, like thank God for just those clients, and I don't have to worry about going to castings and stuff here because like there's nothing here
Yeah.
for that. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So that did help a lot, like moving there for that year. And so it's kind of like with I don't know, like I feel like with anyone's there's still slow seasons when I'm
Yeah.
home.
Like
Like
especially
during
like
yeah,
now
but
too.
yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
it's still good. So I still go back and forth and I have to go to New York or wherever else for work because there's nothing here.
Yeah.
So it's like I am traveling a lot, but it's been good because of that year that I actually like took the time to like live there and then build up the clients. So it's been good like living here, but yeah, it was that year, I feel like,
Mm-hmm.
having to make the move.
It got you the clients. How
Yeah.
long after? Because I know you said you met your mother agency online, like through Instagram, in 2019. When did you get signed with? Was Next the first agency you signed with? How was that process like when you first signed with that mother agent?
So I signed with them and then she had a like this big um not a party, but like she got all her models together and a bunch of agencies together, and
Oh,
it's kind
okay.
of like like speed dating except with the
Oh,
agents.
okay.
Like we
Yeah.
went to different table. Yeah, so we like
Okay.
all went to different, like we have our sheet, we go to each table of different agencies,
Uh
and like you
huh.
keep just moving forward and having like a small little interview with them.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so after that I don't remember the dates between like from then and then from when I got signed with Next, but after that day you go through the list of agencies that well she'll let you know that are interested in you, and then from there we kind of narrowed it down. I knew nothing about agencies at the
Mm-hmm.
time, so even now I barely know things, so she kind of helped me like to pick that agency, and I'm grateful for that because I've been signed with Next since first signed
Yeah.
7 years ago. So it's a good agency, but yeah, so she kind of helped me like pick what was the best option. And so
Yeah.
that's why I went with Next. And they are still the best option for me,
They're
like
the best
because like
option,
I said,
period. Like
yeah,
they're one of the top
yeah, because
agencies. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, that's true. That's
Um,
true.
and with Next, I know you're signed in New York, and you're also signed in other cities as well. What are those other cities that you're signed in?
I'm signed in London. I'm signed in I mean, I'm signed worldwide with them, so it's
Yeah.
Paris, Milan, it's all but I've never worked in Paris, Milan.
Oh,
So it's like I'm signed with some of their agencies,
yeah.
but I've never worked with them yet. So the only ones that I've worked with Next is like London, LA, um, New York, and I think that's all.
But I know you were in South Africa modeling as well, right? Because I think our trips
Yeah.
almost like paralleled. So,
I know, and I
but
saw you were there, or you are there. I
no,
saw you
no, I
there.
was there last year. I'm in Ghana now.
Okay, cool.
But so do you have like do they have a plan for you to go to Milan or Paris anytime soon? Is that something you're interested in?
Paris, we talked about, I think it was last year, the year before that, but it was nothing that was like they were trying to like rush. It was just an
Yeah.
idea, and at the time I was interested, but I was also like I'm doing work here, so I'm fine here too because you know how it is. If you're not like if you have work somewhere, then I don't know.
Yeah.
For me, I'm like I'll just stay here
With
for
the
now
guaranteed work.
because yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. Yeah. So that was an option. Milan, never. Friend Yoli, she
Yeah.
suggested that I should go do a stay with her, but like
Okay.
2 years ago or a year ago, but I never did that either. So it's not really pushed. So I'm just like I'm chilling.
Mm.
I'm fine
But you're
with
getting the
working in New
consistent
York.
work where you don't need to like change anything, if it's already working.
Exactly.
Um,
Yeah.
okay, so I wanted to get into something fun. Like, so I know you've modeled with Gap a lot, you're in their stores, and you modeled with tons of other brands. What has been your favorite job so far?
I think so far that you also because you mentioned it is the M&S in South Africa. I think
Yeah.
that's been my favorite so far,
Oh,
just because
okay. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
brought me to It's brought me the furthest. Like that's the furthest I've ever been, and
Okay.
because it was on like it wasn't in studio, so it was cool that to see like just everything and get to explore and meet new people over there. So yeah, I think that's the funnest so far.
um, I wanted to ask: is there any city that you? So we talked about how you haven't done all the cities yet. What city in the world would you want to like take that experience to modeling? Because I heard Australia has like a lot of modeling, and a lot of places in Asia too, like Japan, Thailand, South Korea. Is there any other country that you're like, oh, I would love to like go there and model as well?
For work, that's so interesting because for work, I'm like, maybe Paris just to
Mm-hmm.
experience it. But like, I didn't know there was like a lot of work in Japan. So now that you mention, I'm like, maybe
Or
Japan actually because
China.
I want to
China
go
has
to
a lot.
Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I remember I was roommates with a girl one time and she went to on stay in China for a while. And I think that helped her career too. It's so interesting
Yeah.
that when you go to these places on stay, it kind of yeah, it takes off from there. But yeah, I think Japan now actually cuz I'm like, hold
Oh,
up, if there's work there,
there
if
is
there's
work
work there, then
there
I'll
because
go.
Yoli went there too, right?
Oh yeah, Yoli did go there. I forgot
Mm-hmm.
about that. Yeah, and I think she did pretty good there.
I think Asia, like, there's a lot. I think they work you a lot. Plus, you get the guarantee in Asia, in which, like,
Mhm.
for anyone in the chat who doesn't know what a guarantee is, it's when basically they tell you, they give you, like, a certain amount, and regardless
Mhm.
of whether you work or not, like, if you, they'll
Oh
say, like,
yeah.
oh, we'll give you $3,000 or whatever it may be. That's just a number. And then if you get there and you end up not working, you still get the 3K. But if you work more, then you get the additional money as well. So guarantees are really really nice
Yeah.
in the modeling like career.
Yeah.
um. Okay, so you talked about how your mother agency helped you with getting signed to
Mhm.
Next and realizing that that was like a really good option. Do you remember anything that stood out in a contract that models should look out for when they are trying to get signed? Is there anything that's like maybe a green flag or a red flag they should stay away from in a contract?
To be honest, girl, I don't really remember at like then, but I
Yeah.
do. I mean, you probably know this. I do share this just with everyone, just to look into the agencies because I
Yeah.
feel like that's what I did with my mother agent though, just because like before I've had a lot of scams, and so like people reaching out and it's not like
Mm-hmm.
legit. So I had to obviously make sure she was legit before I signed with her because I had to sign a
Yeah.
contract with her too,
Yeah.
and then meeting up with her. But I think because she knew more at the time. Which this
Mm-hmm.
is probably not good advice. Like I feel like you should still look into it. But
Yeah.
because she knew more than me at the time, and she had the connections, I just trusted her for that for the
Okay.
big like the
Yeah.
main agency. But with her, I definitely like looked into it, made it sure it wasn't a scam. Like I
And
feel like just
mm-hmm.
do research,
And
look at the reviews.
how did you know those other ones were scams? The ones before your mother agent?
Um. Okay. So growing up, we went through a couple of times when people reached out and wanted me to like sign with them,
Yeah.
and I feel like it obviously can depend, but for through my experience, it was they were asking me to pay and like to pay for like these
Yeah, that's the
classes and stuff
biggest
like
red
that.
flag.
That's the biggest red flag. I just tell people like if they want to represent you, they'll represent you because they know you're gonna make money for them. Like you shouldn't pay them
Mm-hmm.
to represent you. Like
So
I feel like that's number one red flag.
that's the biggest one, and a lot of people you will be so surprised like how many people don't know that. Like so many people
Yeah.
are paying these agencies when that's not what you're supposed to be doing. Like the agency makes money when you make money. So always make
Yeah.
sure you guys are looking out for that. That's like one of the biggest scams if they are asking you to pay to get signed.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I was gonna
Yeah. That's number
ask,
one red flag.
since we're talking about that anyways, do you feel like there is a really big misconception about modeling that outside of the paying for an agency or whatever, is there a big misconception you feel like a lot of people think about modeling that isn't true?
Um, For sure, from experience, I did. I knew
Mm, okay.
nothing about the industry. I
Uh-huh.
just wanted to get into it. I don't know what sparked my interest in modeling because I've been wanting to do it since a kid, but I didn't realize that there's so much more in modeling than just like, and I still would be grateful to one day walk a runway, but I thought
Mhm.
that's only what it was. Like
Yeah.
you only like that's all modeling is, but modeling is so much more, and there's so much more cool like behind the scenes of it that I feel like most people don't see, that it's not just runway, but also it's not just glam. Like
Yeah.
you see, they see the everything
They
finished, the
see the
final print,
billboards.
but
That's it.
there's so
Mhm.
much more that goes into that, and there's so much like it's definitely like there's obviously like it's not like hard labor work, but it is like a lot of other stuff into it. You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
like the model, the photographer, whoever else is on the team has to put into it, like emotional
Mhm.
stress, like just a lot of
It's
things that
way more
people
than
don't
just
see
posing.
unless. Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. You're
Um,
like telling a story almost.
it is. It's like it's literally art. Like I remember talking to someone and
Yeah.
they were like, modeling is an art. You know what I mean? Of having to
Mhm.
portray like whether you're working with a brand that does clothes or makeup or just doing something to help a photographer, like you're portraying this outside character, like acting too.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. That's true. That's what I just thought, because there was this one girl, I did like a little test shoot here at home, and so
Mm-hmm.
there was this one girl that they're trying to push into get into the industry, and
Yeah.
so they were like, "Oh, like give her some tips and stuff," and I was like, I have no idea what to say, but that like I'm like, you just like it's like acting almost, except you don't say anything.
Yeah.
Like just put
Mm-hmm.
on your character, whoever you're playing, and just go along with it. Like sometimes you're like, you're like running or like you're late
Yes,
for
or
work and you're
jumping or every
like
yeah.
yeah.
Or when you have to do the
Yeah, so
fake
it's like
smile,
acting.
period. Like when you're just
You're
like
like,
you know
laugh,
the
give
fake
us a laugh.
smile that you have to do,
Yeah.
the
You're like,
fake
give us
smile
a
you have
laugh.
to
You're
do.
like, what's funny though? And you like
Facts.
have to like really do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the only way to actually get a good smile, if you guys don't know in the chat, the only way to get a good smile on set is if you're actually like laughing. You can't just like tease. You have to actually laugh,
Yeah.
and there's nothing funny at all. Like you have to
No
make
one tells
yourself
a
laugh.
joke. They're just like laugh.
Facts. Mhm.
Yeah.
Or when you have to do something like which maybe like something in which you don't like what you're wearing or you don't like the way the makeup looks, you still have to like sell it, you know what I mean, make
Mhm.
it look nice,
Yeah,
which can be hard for
that's so
some
true.
people because some people want to
Yeah.
look pretty.
Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
so true. I remember one job that I did that I feel like they put no effort into my hair and stuff, and so that just kind of like
Mm.
kills your like confidence in a way. Not
Yeah,
confidence, but you know what I mean. Like I'm like
you
it's
don't
like I don't feel like I'm
feel
done.
pretty, then you
Yeah,
don't want you don't like portray it in the pictures, you know, like the pictures can really
yeah,
tell how you're feeling.
yeah, yeah. That's so true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you have to act, even if you don't feel like it. You have to act it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
you might end up with some photos you don't like, and you just pretend those never happened, even though they keep tagging you in them. You're just like,
I know. I know.
oh my gosh.
Untag.
Nah, the amount of
Yeah, that's so
photos in which, like, I'm like, bro, this doesn't look good, but the photographer loves it, and you just got to deal with it. It's crazy, bro.
true.
um,
I know.
they're talking about what would make them laugh. They say I laugh at myself all the time. I'll kill that. I just need to hear something serious that I shouldn't be laughing at in order to laugh. They think it's easy. They have their
Yeah,
ways.
I know. Because imagine it's like the art director is saying, "Okay, give us a laugh," but everyone's staring at you and
Yep.
it's quiet. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like that's how it is. It's like okay, so you're like, like it's
Yeah.
like
And you
so
gotta do like a
awkward, but
hundred
you still have to do
takes.
it.
Like you gotta keep going.
Yeah,
Like
I know. And like no one's saying anything. They're all just watching you, and it's like
facts. Oh
okay.
no, that's the worst actually. Like the photographers in which if you're like just taking photos and they don't say anything the whole time. Oh
I
my
know.
gosh. What's your what's like the worst thing, not the worst thing, but like what's something that you dislike that happens on set? Like how I just said, like if I'm on set and the photographer isn't saying like good, that's good, and they're just quiet, I hate that. I feel so like lost. What's something for you that if you pull up the set and they do this, it'll be like, oh man, like it makes you not feel that good.
It's definitely like okay, so I know that like as our job we're supposed to like we're models, so we're supposed to model. But I
Yeah.
feel like sometimes they get like the team or the like I forget the wording, but you know what I'm talking about. Like
Uh-huh.
the
Makeup artists and
brand and
everything.
the
Oh, the
people.
brand. Yeah, yeah, okay.
Well,
The
just the I guess
client.
it's the art director's job, but
Okay.
like they have a vision for this, and if
Mm-hmm.
they're not like you're over here doing what you think is supposed to be doing, but they want something different, it's like I like
Oh,
communication.
yeah,
Like tell
yeah.
me what you want. Like tell me what
Mm-hmm.
you want. Like am I supposed to be like happy? Because sometimes you're
Yeah,
like you're being happy, but they're like that's not what we want. But they don't
yeah.
explain that to you. It's
Mm-hmm.
like give me the mood board. I like to see the mood board. I like to see what you're going for so I can help you because we're a team. So like
Yeah.
I need to be able to like know
I
what
can't
I'm
read your
doing,
mind, you know?
like know what you want. Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. So I definitely don't like when because that's happened before. It's like, and then they also don't express it like
Yeah.
or say like give me the story or give me what you're wanting. But it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like they're like do this, do this, do this. Okay, but just I don't know. I just like when you like give me the full runaround
Yeah.
like before we start. Like show
That
me the
should be
mood
like,
board.
you
Show me
would
your
think they would just do that. You would think they would want the model
yeah.
to know, you know?
Yeah, like I like to like know what I like to do my job well for you. So like you
Mm-hmm.
gotta let me know. So communication for sure.
Um, I was going to say, okay, anyone in the chat, if you guys have any questions, make sure you ask your questions. I wanted to ask, let me see. I'm looking at my questions for you. We answered a few of them. Because I wanted to talk about your personal life as far as like I saw you were gardening as well. That's one of your hobbies
Yeah.
recently, right? I wanted to get into that as well, but I
Yeah.
wanted to try to ask all the modeling questions first.
Okay.
Let's see. I think we may have answered all of the ones about modeling. Yeah. Okay. So, how did you pick up gardening? I saw all on your Instagram and your stories or your highlights that you started gardening recently, right?
Yeah.
How,
What
yeah.
was it? I think like spring or summer, yeah, was when I
Mm-hmm.
started.
How did you get into that? Have you always wanted to like have your own garden, or is this like a new thing you just decided to do? And how has that journey like come along?
It's definitely not something that I've always been into as far as like actually like gardening like food and stuff or like growing food and stuff.
Uh huh.
Because I like plants and stuff, but like cactus and stuff, like stuff like that, like flowers. But I started growing food, my actual food,
Okay. Like
in
what? Tell
the
me some of the
summer.
things.
Tomatoes.
Okay.
I feel like I'm like, what did I plant? Zucchini. I planted tomatoes, zucchini, and something else. I forgot the other thing.
Any
Okay,
herbs?
but I'm saying this,
Mm-hmm.
but y'all, none of it besides the tomatoes worked out because it's my first
Oh,
time. So
yeah.
it's like it's a learning process. But I
Mm-hmm.
definitely would do it again next year. It's just that this year didn't go that well, but it's like it's one of those things that I don't know, maybe it depends on the person, but it's one of those
Yeah.
things that like you fail and you do again. Like you have
Yeah.
to like keep trying because it's not always going to come out right. But yeah, so what inspired that? I don't know. I think it's just seeing I also have a lot of family like
Mm-hmm.
my family that are like farmers or also just they also garden,
Yeah.
have their gardens and stuff. So that kind of encouraged me and because I have that help, so I could go
Mm-hmm.
to them like I was sending my aunt like pictures of my tomatoes like is this looking right? Is how it's supposed to look? So like I had that help, so that kind of like encouraged me. And then just seeing all like I don't know, just seeing other people and like the fruit that they of their like harvest and stuff was so
Mm-hmm.
cool because it was like oh my gosh, like I would love to one day go to my backyard and
And
be able
just
to pick all
yeah,
my food.
everything for your meal. That would
Yeah,
be so nice.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
I was gonna say, what's something that you will want to plant in the future that you haven't done yet? Like, is there any specific thing that you've been wanting to do but you haven't?
Potatoes. I was
Okay.
trying to, because you can plant like a whole potato. It when it
Yeah.
gets the spurs on there,
Uh
you can just
huh.
plant the whole thing. And so I was going to do that, but I waited too late. So that for sure I would try again next
Yeah.
year. And I think I'm gonna try my tomatoes again. And I really probably not here. This is probably like a future thing. I really want like fruit trees.
Oh,
So, because
okay.
I have
Yeah.
my
But that
grandparents
takes so
have like
long.
yeah, my grandparents have like literally when I go over there, it's given like we go outside and she literally goes and grabs stuff off the tree and is eating it
Mm-hmm.
and giving it to us. So like that would be a dream, like
Yeah.
in the future. But
They
yeah, that would be
take
so cool.
like years, don't they? Like the
Yeah, they do
trees.
take years
Yeah.
just to yeah.
My parents, they are my dad really, he's like big on like planting all his own stuff. Like he's done tomatoes as well. A few years ago they
Okay.
did the trees. They have a papaya tree, so we eat the papaya a lot and it's so
Oh,
good.
nice.
Especially like when you know where it's coming from and then it doesn't have any of these
Hmm.
like pesticides or anything in it. So like you get your,
Yeah.
do you feel like when you see the, what is it, like your fruits and vegetables or your tomatoes and maybe even, I know you're growing flowers as well though, right?
Yeah. I mean, obviously it's winter now, so they're all dead. But I did, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
flowers too.
When you see them grow, or even when you eat your tomatoes, do you feel like a
Mhm.
sense of like, I did that, like I grew this, you know what I mean?
I definitely, when I was seeing this, and I did Roma tomatoes. They're small, but I was like, oh wow, like they actually like grow. So it is like you said, like a feeling of like, wow,
Yeah.
like this is so cool, and so it like encourages you like to do it more.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely like that feeling comes with it, which is a cool feeling too to have,
They
because like, oh wow, I did that.
in the chat they mentioned, I don't know what is hydroponics. Do you know what hydroponics is?
No, is it flat? I don't know if they're no, I don't know what hydroponics is, but I know there's a flower that's not hydroponics, but like hydrangeas or something like that.
Kobie, can you tell us what they wanted to know? Would you try hydroponics or would you just stick to dirt farming? I don't know. I guess that's, maybe that's some type of water farming. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I don't know what that is,
I have no
but I'll
idea
look
either,
into it.
honestly.
I
Kobie, you
don't
might
know.
need to
Yeah,
tell
I'll look into it.
us. You might need to tell us about hydroponics. I think maybe it has something to do. Oh, it's when the stuff is grown in water instead of dirt. Would you
Oh,
try
that's
that?
interesting. Yeah,
I
that's
think you have to. I
interesting.
think we have to look it up.
Yeah, I know. I'll have to look that up.
How would
I
that
don't
even
think I've ever
work?
heard that.
Like, don't they need this
I know,
soil?
and do you grow it? Can you do it? I'm like, well, tell me more. Can you do it in your house?
Yeah,
Like, do
yeah.
you
Tell
keep it
us
in your
that.
house?
And then, what fruits and vegetables can you like? We're interviewing them now. What fruits and vegetables can you
Oh
grow in
wait,
the water? Cause maybe it's like only certain ones.
wait,
Like,
can you
hmm?
can you hear me? You broke up a little bit.
Oh,
You broke up a little bit.
I was just asking them. Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Cool, cool, cool. I was just asking them what fruits and vegetables can you even grow in the water. Like, I want to know. I want to know more about this too. I'm not gonna lie. This is interesting. But we'll move on. Outside of having a green thumb, are there any other hobbies that you've had the chance to explore? And has it ever come up on set? Like maybe like how like acting, like you might have done like a commercial where you have to read some lines. Is there any, what other hobbies do you have, and has it ever like transitioned into being on set?
There's a new hobby that's probably like my top one favorite that's like now I don't ever see myself not doing it is I started horseback riding in the summer,
Oh,
and
okay.
that has not came up on set yet,
But
but
it
I
will.
hope like
Yeah.
I would love to come up on set because now I'm like telling people like like just in case if you
Oh
ever
my
like I know how
gosh.
to ride a horse because it would be
Yeah.
so fun. But yeah, so that's like something that I just started that I'm like in love with, and I feel like that is something that I'll always like do now, like going forward, and hopefully one day I would love to eventually own my own horse too, like maybe when I'm older, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's like I'm like I would recommend that to anyone. At least try it once. Like it's so
Yeah.
fun, and also like if you get to a point where you can um like kind of like be a little quicker on the horse, not just walking,
Yeah.
to like trotting. It's like so freeing. Like the feeling of just being on that big animal and moving so quick. It's
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know, it's like adrenaline rush for I guess people who do roller coasters. I hate roller
Yeah.
coasters,
I hate roller
but I think
coasters
that's what
too.
these
Oh my gosh. Like, it's the
yeah, it's
worst.
like, but you know how people who love roller coasters they do it for that
Mm-hmm.
feeling of like
Yeah.
adrenaline rush. It's the same thing, but not that. It's like
Yeah.
not on that, but same feeling. I assume that's what I compare it to.
That's so cool. You remember Reagan? You know, she used to do horseback riding as well. She was an equestrian. So that's
Oh,
actually really cool.
cool!
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then I think she's also trying to get back into it as well. I think so. Because it can come up in modeling. Like, you see all these magazine covers and it's a girl on top of a horse. Like, really?
Yeah, that's so true. That's what I'm saying. Like, I would love to come on, book me for that.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to ask. So I know you mentioned that you said some of your family have farms, and then you have your own garden. You say you want to own a horse. Do you see a farm for yourself? Do you see yourself living on a farm in the future?
I would definitely love to, but so me and my husband are complete opposites. He loves the city, I love
Mm,
the country. So
yeah,
it's giving somewhere, it's giving in between. It's giving like we're in upstate New York somewhere. So he can be
yeah.
close to the city, but I can also have a little bit of land and do something. But yeah, that's like if I could, that would be a far future thing. But yeah, that's like a dream. I would
That's
love to
so
have like a
cool.
horse and a farm. a horse or two, some goats. Because also my sister-in-law, she has goats and all the things, chickens. So I would
Yeah.
love to do that. Like wake up, go outside, grab my eggs from the chickens. Like that's a
Yeah.
dream.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Okay, that's actually so cool. That's like a very like peaceful way to live too, you know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
let's see. Okay, so I think I have like a few more questions for you. But I did want to ask, so you brought up your marriage and I wanted to know like my chat does not believe in like making long distance work. And I am a firm believer that like love like you can make it work. So with you modeling and
Yeah.
you traveling so much, how do you maintain like what's the word I'm looking for? Like how do you grow your relationship? You know what I mean? Like, does that make sense? I don't want to get too much into like your
No.
personal business, you know?
Okay, but I know what you mean though, and I
Yeah.
think I can answer it a little bit. Because we had that time of when I first got assigned. I moved to New York for 3 months,
Mm-hmm.
and so we were separated from that time. And it's not a long time, but we've never been separated before, and we were
Mm-hmm.
just like we're newlyweds. Like I think we've been married then probably like less than a year or like a year and a
Yeah.
half. So we did have that time, and then after that, like I was back and forth to London. Like I would do a stay there for a month, come back home for a couple weeks, and go back again. So it's
Mm-hmm.
something had to get used to. But I think now after like 6 years, I think we made it work in that it's just like communicating, just talking. I
Yeah.
mean, everyone's different. I feel like some people probably are on the phone 24/7. We're not that couple. Like
Mm-hmm.
we don't mind to not be on the phone 24/7, and we still love each other very much.
Yeah.
But I feel like yeah, everyone's different. I think you just have to communicate with your partner and see what, because like you want to meet their needs too, and for them to
Yeah.
meet yours. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? So it's like just
It's
communicate
like
and
a
see what
compromise
works
as
best for
well.
y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I've been telling
yeah,
them this is not like we've been talking about this for so long, in which I was just like, bro, like if you met the love of your life and they live somewhere different from you, you're not gonna let that work. And they'd be saying they're not gonna let it work. I'm like, I will make that work. Like, what the heck?
yeah.
You gotta
You can
like make
definitely
it
make
work.
it work.
You
Yeah,
can if you want. That's the
yeah,
thing, though. If you don't want to,
yeah,
then it won't. Um,
yeah.
I also wanted to talk about. I know that in 2021 you were baptized, and I know you are very upfront about your faith. And I want to know how do you maintain your faith in an industry that can have its bad side, that has its dark side. How do you remember who you are?
I feel like for me, it's definitely just like your question was how do I maintain my faith in the industry?
Yeah, when it's so many like you know like you meet so many people in this industry who are like partying really hard, like drinking really hard,
Mhm.
doing drugs, like doing so many things in which if you don't know who you are, you can go
Mhm.
down the wrong path.
Okay, yeah, I understand what you mean. I think it's just for me, it's just staying connected. So like obviously my faith, I'm a Christian, so I'm a
Mm-hmm.
believer in Jesus, and so I feel like that's a relationship between me and him. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Yeah.
So it's just staying connected in our relationship, and so I'm grounded in that, and
Mm-hmm.
so I don't feel like obviously for anyone, and it doesn't matter what your beliefs are.
Yeah.
There's obviously like you're tempted and what's it
Mm-hmm.
called, influenced no matter what, and
Mm-hmm.
by whoever you hang with and the environment you have. And that's not to say that I stay away, but I feel like you have to have those boundaries. And so for
Mm-hmm.
instance, when I stayed in the model's apartment, well this was before my faith, but I was in the models apartment with the girls who were going out with like what's it called, what are those
Promoters.
guys who like take you, promoters,
Mm-hmm.
like going to like clubs and stuff with promoters. And that was something that before my faith, just something that I wasn't comfortable with. So I just set those boundaries, like let's hang out and do stuff, like go eat, go
Yeah.
grab coffee,
Mm-hmm.
but when you do this, I won't be along with you
That's
doing that.
true.
So
Yeah.
it's just stuff like that. It's just
Mm-hmm.
setting boundaries, like, oh, okay, like we can hang, we can go grab, like do whatever,
But
but when
it'll
you're
be
doing
something
this,
like
like,
yeah.
yeah, like that's just not something that I feel comfortable, like with
Yeah.
anything. So I, like anyone with whatever you believe, it's just setting those boundaries. If you don't feel comfortable, don't push
Don't
yourself
yeah.
out of
Mm-hmm.
your, yeah, like just stay true to what you believe and what you stand for. And so for me, that's been I think a big thing is just staying grounded in that.
Yeah. And I feel like that's good advice for even people who aren't modeling. Like, I'm always thinking of people who are like in school as well. That's good advice for someone
Hmm.
who's in school, because even then, in like university, they have a lot of temptations in which it could be like really, really, it could put you on a bad path. And
Yeah.
you can maintain those friendships, but just be like, hey, maybe we go out to just get coffee, or maybe we go and work out, and like that's how we hang out, and then whatever you want to do after that, that's how you want to do it. You know what I mean? Which is a
Yeah.
great way to think
Yeah.
about it. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
I wanted to ask. Okay, so I'm in my last few questions for you. My last few questions. I wanted to
Mhm.
know what advice, and I know you low key just gave some advice right there, but what advice do you have for someone who wants to get into modeling?
Um, I'd say that obviously don't be like me. Don't jump into it and not know anything. I feel like
Mm,
do your research on agencies, on mother agents. Well, this is for starters. Get a
yeah.
mother agent. I feel like
Yeah.
it makes it so much easier on you. You don't have to do all that hard work in finding like agencies and stuff because the mother agent is who has the connections to sign you with a
Mm-hmm.
top agency or agency. And so start there, and with that, do the research on the mother agent. Look at the reviews because obviously, like if they've had other girls, maybe they didn't.
Yeah.
Just look into it and see how they treat their girls or guys, and just if they're legit, obviously.
Yeah.
And that's number one advice is get a mother agent because I feel like from there it makes everything easier
Mm-hmm.
and know what you're getting into before you do it. Um, that's with anything in life.
Oh,
And once you are like, is it? Sorry, your question was for anyone getting into it, or
yeah. I
like
mean,
how do
but
they
if
get
you
into
want
it?
to give
Okay,
advice on if they are in it, if you want to give advice on that, that's fine as well.
okay, yeah. Because I was just gonna say just to um like have confidence in yourself. Like this is such a
Mm.
competitive industry,
Mm-hmm.
and you're you're gonna be get rejected. Like
Yeah.
in life, you're gonna get rejected. So don't let that take a big toll on you. Just have confidence in who you are, and um, just know that it's not personal, it's business half of the
Yeah.
time. So if a brand doesn't want you, or if you're getting into the industry, if the agency doesn't want you, don't take it personal. I mean, sometimes it crushes, it can
Yeah.
feel bad, but it's not you, and that doesn't mean that anything is wrong with you.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's just they're looking for a certain look. That doesn't mean nothing's wrong with your look. It's just
Yeah.
they're
Because
looking for a
another
certain look.
agency will sign you for your look. That can happen.
Exactly.
I was gonna say,
Exactly.
with you mentioning the whole the rejection that we face in this industry, is there anything you do to help yourself deal with the a no at a casting or any type of rejection? Is there any like do you like forget after a casting? Like erase it from your mind that you just had a casting and just whenever you get that text, you get the text that you're booked. Is there any like thing you do specifically that helps you deal with that?
Yeah, I kind of pretty much just like I mean, this goes back to like my beliefs. It's pretty
Mm-hmm.
much just for me, it's just in God's hands. So I trust that what's for me is for me. And
Mm-hmm.
so if he wants me to get it, I'll get it. So
Do
like
it
I kind of just
now.
forget it
Do it
and just
now.
let it be.
Do it.
Obviously there are some things that I wish I would have gotten, that I didn't get.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like I mean, it is what it is. That's how I see it now. It is what it is. So I kind of just like forget it and just keep moving forward because also looking like if you keep dwelling on it, then you're just gonna make it worse. You're like, oh, I didn't get that job. Why didn't get that job? Like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh. So it's like just keep moving forward. Like there will be more jobs. There will be more agencies. Someone is gonna want you. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So
I
it's just like
think
forgetting it, I guess.
I think that it is what it is. Is basically like whatever's meant for you is meant for you. Like if it's
Exactly.
not meant for you, there's nothing you can do that can like make it be yours. You know what I mean? Whatever is
Mhm.
meant for you is going to come your way. Um,
Yeah.
I want to say, okay, so you mentioned that there were some bookings that maybe you wanted, but maybe it was like one of those rejection moments. What's your dream job that you want in this industry? Is there any like client that you really want to work with that you could tell us about?
I have not been to casting or anything for this specific client, but I would love to one day work with Chanel.
Oh,
I
I
don't
can
know.
see that. Especially with the
It's just
equestrian stuff.
Yeah, see, come on now.
That
I would
makes
love to
sense.
win the for Chanel. That's like
Uh-huh.
a dream client, yeah.
Would you want to do runway or editorial or like I know they have Chanel perfume. Like, what would be like the? Would you be grateful for any of? Like, I know you'd be grateful, but like, would you be?
Yeah.
Would do you want any of them, or is there a specific one you like? You really, really want?
I would love any of them, but I would actually what was on my mind is for that is for like runway.
Oh,
I would love
okay.
to do one of the runways.
Yeah.
Because also I feel like they're kind of diverse in height wise because I'm
Mhm.
on in our industry I'm on the shorter side.
Mhm.
I'm 5'7", so but I feel like Chanel is very diverse in height,
Yeah.
or they can be. So I feel like runway, I would love to do a runway show for them.
You're gonna have to
But
go to
yeah.
Milan. Well, you say you've been to Milan though. You just haven't been to Paris, right?
No, Milan or Paris, I haven't been to
Girl, you
either.
have to go to Milan to roll with Chanel.
I know. I need to do that. I should take the opportunity.
I was gonna
I was like,
say,
eh.
with you mentioning being on the shorter side of modeling, do you feel like that has caused like any do you feel like that has set you back at all, or do you feel like how do you feel like that has gone into your career? If that makes sense, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like that has well, if I'm being honest, before I would blame my not booking runways on my height. And maybe when I first started, that was a reason because I started in like 2019
Yeah.
and the industry is obviously diverse now in a whole
Mhm.
bunch of things, which is
Mhm.
good, but also with height. And so that works in my favor because I am on the shorter side. So you can be smaller than me and still do
Mhm.
runway. So I used to blame that, but now I'm just like, I feel like because I do still go to castings now for one way, so
Yeah.
it is still an option.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like it can be a little. It can maybe it could still be a reason for that, but
Mhm.
still I don't know. Like the industry, they're getting more and more like they're. I mean, you're
Like
seeing more and more
diverse.
shorter girls in
Yeah.
runway. Yeah.
Mhm. I
So
feel
I feel
like
like that could be a future thing.
I feel like the industry is like it slowly progresses. Like every now and then I feel like it literally like takes like 3 steps forward and then it'll take 2 steps back. So it's only that 1 step forward. And it consistently
Yeah.
does that. Which is why we are seeing more like you see more elderly people on the
Mhm.
runway, like models like in their 60s. You're seeing pregnant women on runways now. Like you are seeing way more,
Yeah.
but it's in smaller portions. But I think as time
Yeah.
goes by, it's going to be more and more and more and more and more diverse. It's just so slow in the
Yeah.
industry.
It
There's
is
someone in
very
the chat
slow.
that's 5'7". They said 5'7". Shout out. um,
Yeah. You know what's so funny though is I used to be before modeling, I was always the tallest one in my group, like friends and family.
same,
And then when
yeah.
I got signed, I'm like, I'm the shortest
It's so many 6 feet.
one. What
You know what it is? People are lying about their heights. These girls are 6 feet
they
one,
are.
6 feet two, and then they say they 5'11". Like they are way
They are.
taller.
They are, but you know what? They have to. Like the agency
Yeah.
is the one doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like weird. It's like they want tall but not too tall. Like they want even me. They put 5'8" or 5'7" and a
Mm.
half. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
I'm 5'7", guys. But it's like they have to add a little bit more or take away.
They never really. Well, I don't know about your agencies. I think maybe I've only ever had one agency that's actually like put me on a wall and seen how tall I was. But like for most of
Mhm.
them, they never actually checked my height. Like they just say you look this height. All right, you're that height. Like, is it the same for you in which
Yeah.
they really don't look, or do you feel like they do check?
They have looked. So the agency in London that I can remember, they've checked once. I've been
Yeah.
signed with them for this long, and they've only checked once. And then the agency in New York, I forget, probably when I first signed. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
but it's yeah, it's like they don't care. They're just
They
like
don't.
put whatever number on the.
Whatever. It's like when you get your driver's license. They don't even check when you get your driver's license. They just be like, all right, you're.
Oh
That's why
yeah,
so many guys say they're like 6'2" and they're not because their little driver's license says 6'2". Like, like
that's
that's what
funny.
the
I didn't even
industry's
think of
like.
that. That's so true.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I think I'm at my. We've been on for a while. It doesn't feel like we've been on for that long, but it's been almost like an hour. Like that's actually crazy. Um,
I know it doesn't feel that way.
it doesn't. I wanted to ask. what's next for you? Like, I know you mentioned that you want to work for Chanel, you want to go to Milan and Paris, but what's next? Do you want to get into acting? Are you going to? I know we talked about Japan earlier. What do you feel like is next for you in this part of your life, even with the equestrian stuff as well?
Well, I could I hope for just for work wise. I'm still hoping for a runway one day,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
we are. I don't know. I'm at the point where it's like I'm almost about to make a. We're about to make a decision that can like shift things, I guess, in our life because we're gonna be making the move back to New York. So we'll see
Whoa!
how.
Yeah,
Yeah. So we'll see how that because that could like affect a lot in work. So
yeah.
we'll see.
Are you going
Yeah.
to? I know you mentioned runway. Are you going? Have you been doing anything like to practice your walk for casting? Like, is there how have you gone about perfecting your walk?
I'm not gonna lie, girl. I'd be the person that you have the casting the next day, and I'm practicing my walk then. Like I
Oh, at the
wait, and so maybe
casting?
that's a problem. Maybe that's the
Ah,
problem.
but
No,
see,
but yeah, I don't practice.
the thing is though that like each client wants a may want a different walk. Like I feel like you go into one client,
Mm,
they'll be like, "Oh, we want a walk like this," and then another client, they'll be like, "No, we want a really fast walk. We want a really slow walk. We
that's true.
want you personality." Like you never really know what to expect unless you're like doing that research beforehand of
Okay.
seeing their past runway shows. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. I didn't think of that though. That is true because I feel like I kind of like just while I'm there, like, and also I don't know about you, but it's I practice the walk, right? But
Mm-hmm.
then while I'm there doing it,
Yeah.
it's like I'm not thinking about
Fact. It
like,
goes
and
blank.
then after I'm like, I know, and then after I'm like, how was I walking? Like,
Yeah,
did I
fact. How
even
did my
walk?
face look? Like you're not even looking at the
It's like,
judges anymore or the casting director. You're not even looking at you're not even
oh,
like
yes.
focused on him. You're just literally like blank. Like there's no thoughts. You know what I mean? That's how I am, I know.
Yeah, no, that's so true. So it's like I can practice the walk, but will I do it on that casting? I don't know.
Yeah, facts. I really think we're gonna see you on the runway soon. Are you gonna be in New York for February, this upcoming fashion week?
That was original like plan. Like we wanted to move in February, but I think we're gonna push it back to like April, March now.
Okay.
Just seeing how other things go. But
Yeah.
yeah. So I won't be there then.
So
So
you'll be able to do
it'll
the
be
one
out. Well,
September.
yeah. If I mean, I'm sure my agents because they still push me for certain
Yeah.
runway castings now. So I'm sure me being there, they may push me for more. But
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like their top priority because they put you where they think is best.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously I can mention bring it up to them like I want to do more of this. But like I said earlier, like if it's for me, it's for me. I'm fine with cuz like how we were talking about the work has been consistent and good. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm grateful for that. So if I don't go to the castings or just go to one or two, I'm fine with that, like runway castings, but yeah, I mean, moving there, it helped
That's
before,
gonna be so
so
nice.
hoping it'll help again. Yeah.
I was gonna
Hoping it'll help again.
I was gonna say, dang, what was it? Oh my gosh, it was a question that I had. We were talking about runway. Um, goodness me, I high key literally just forgot my question. What the heck? Um, hold on, let me try to find it. I feel like it was a good question on Matt. Maybe it's not meant for me to ask. I feel like it was a good. Oh, it was about castings. So I know you said you're currently living in Tennessee, and I know you're moving to New York. But with most of your work being in New York right now, are most of your castings self tapes, or are you actually flying to New York for castings if you do have a lot of castings?
Um, it's self tapes for the most part. There was only one like casting for runway that I went to New York for because it was pretty important, and
Yeah.
that was I think in like September. But
Okay.
yeah, what's it called? Videos, pictures, yeah.
Somebody in the chat wanted to know. I would love if you can explain this. How do runway shows work? Do public attend the runway shows, or is it only for fashion designers to attend? And do you ever get new jobs after? Okay. So they want to know. They want to know how do people get invited to runway shows? I believe it's what you want to know. And then you want to know, do runway shows help you with getting a different job after the runway? Do you want to explain that for the chat?
I can answer the second question. I'm not sure about the first, but from what
Okay.
I feel like, it can help. They definitely help you get bookings. No,
I think so as
but the
well.
first question. Okay, the first question you'll have to answer because I'm not sure. Y'all,
Um,
I've never been in a runway yet, so I don't
but
know.
you've been to see them though, right? You've seen like your friends walk too, right? Girl,
No,
you
I
need
haven't.
to
Yeah,
go.
I've never. But that's the thing, y'all. I be so like I live in Tennessee, y'all. I be so like
Oh
comfortable,
yeah,
like just chilling. Like
yeah.
my one friend invited me to like the was it Chanel ASAP Rocky's like what was
Hmm.
it like the movie premiere? Like she
Okay.
invited me, but I was like, I don't know. Like I'm so comfortable just like chilling. Like
Yeah.
I'm not like you. I don't know. I feel like if I got invited to my friend's runway show, I would definitely be front seat, like up there, like ready, like to
Yeah.
see you walk.
Just taking the
But
videos, amazing.
I don't know how it works. So it's like I don't know. Like,
I
do
was
you?
I was going to say that for runway shows, usually the designer will invite everyone there, everyone who goes to a runway show, if it's an official runway show. If it's an official runway show, meaning that like an actual designer has a show, what they do is they'll invite influencers, celebrities, and a lot of press. Like the number one thing is that they
Okay.
want people to take videos of the runway show, post it on Instagram, and they'll also invite stylists. Like if everybody knows, Zendaya stylist is like the most famous stylist, like La Roche. They'll invite stylists to dress their
Mhm.
celebrity clients that the stylist may have. So they're inviting a bunch of people who will either give them more exposure, like in a magazine or on Instagram to their millions of followers, or they'll invite people who are actually going to wear the clothes. So those are how people get invited. But models sometimes, not all the time, depends on the client. If you have a good relationship with the client, can be like,
Mhm.
hey, I have a friend. Can they come to the show? And sometimes they'll be like,
Oh, yes.
yes, just tell me their name. That I've done that a few times where I've been like, hey, like I have a couple friends. Can they come? And they'll be like, yeah, just tell me their name and
Yeah.
it works. But don't do it like to Chanel. Don't go to Chanel and be like, hey, can
Yeah.
I invite my friend?
Yeah.
But like
Inviting everybody.
yeah, no. But a smaller client that's still like an official client, you can ask like their they always have a assistant who's like taking care of everything and they'll point you in like the right direction to get like maybe
Okay.
like one seat, two seat. Don't ask for like three, four, like maybe just the one, you know?
Yeah.
um
Yeah, that makes sense though.
they said okay, wait, there was another oh my gosh, I'm literally forgetting all my questions. Dang. I had one more question, and then oh god, I'm literally talking to you, and I'm having like, I'm enjoying our conversation, and then through us enjoying the conversation, I'm literally forgetting like my next question, because these are ones that I'm coming up with while you're
Okay.
talking. Um, dang man, it was before this question, I think. I don't remember now. I think I
I
thought
feel
that
you were
was
still thinking of it. I think you were still thinking of it, and then the other question got asked.
no, I asked the last one. The last one I asked already.
Oh.
Um,
Okay.
Oh, I knew what I want to ask you. All right, so girl, I heard you earlier. You said that you want to go and get eggs and everything. I know that at one point in time when we were living together, you were vegan. How did that journey go? And I'm assuming you're not vegan anymore. So if you want to tell us about that and everything like that. Oh,
Okay.
before you say, sorry. So you guys, as
No,
y'all
you're.
know, I'm vegan, and when we were living together, she became vegan off of watching me, and now she's not vegan anymore,
Mhm.
and I need to know why not.
Okay, so I feel like, yeah, you already said that part. I was gonna say like you put me on, she put me on to vegan and to the like the eating and stuff, and I feel like then it wasn't bad,
Hmm.
but I don't know. I feel like I was just cheating it. You know how you can cheat your way through something, because
Like
you
junk
can be
food?
vegan but still not eat.
Yeah, like
Well, wait, sorry.
Oreos and things like that, like junk food. Hmm.
Yeah, so I feel like I was just cheating my way through it. And so
Mm.
I was like, oh, I'm vegan, but because I'm not y'all, if you know me, I don't eat salads. I don't
Oh,
eat healthy food. So
okay.
I was cheating my way through it. And so I just don't, like, my husband said I said this before. I don't remember saying this because he was just asking too, like recently, like, why I stopped.
When
And
did you?
he's
How
what I
long were
said
you
before.
vegan for?
How, it was longer than like 3 months, 3 or 4 months. So probably like,
Okay.
but not too long.
Okay.
So it wasn't too long. But I just feel like like maybe I wasn't getting enough like that I needed because I was
Yeah.
cheating my way through it. So I
Yeah.
wasn't actually eating properly. But
Mhm.
yeah, so I stopped after then. I feel like when we were still roommates, I stopped.
Really? I don't remember that.
I
Maybe.
feel like
I feel like
no wait.
no. I
We
think
had remember we had that
we had a
vegan
vegan thing, bro.
Thanksgiving.
I told him about the vegan
Yeah,
Thanksgiving
yeah,
with the tofurkey. We made so much
yeah.
food. Oh, I literally told him about that
Okay,
during Thanksgiving. And I
and
think
it's
you
that
had
is
just went vegan before then, right? Or no? I don't know.
yeah. It had to been like recent to that because I don't think I was vegan for that long.
Yeah, and then I think we moved out in January, so that might have been the 3 months right there. I might not. That might be why I don't remember like you not being vegan. I think we may have moved out. I think.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
because but also, yo, I live in the South, so I come back home and obviously,
Yeah.
like, it changes.
Yeah.
Because New York, it's like,
It's
even if you want to eat
everywhere.
out, you have so many options. Yes.
Mhm.
So, but here it's like you're very much Chick-fil-A,
Yeah.
Popeyes, like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it's like, yeah, so, and then with family here, but yeah, so I've been vegan since then, since probably our vegan Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Do you feel like you still that you found a healthier way to eat though? Because I know like you're growing your own fruits and vegetables, and you said that
Mhm.
like you want. I feel like even though it's not vegan, like it doesn't have to be vegan, you're still like growing your own,
Yeah.
and you want to like have your own chickens and have like the eggs straight from the source and the goats. Like, do you feel like it's been still healthier for you?
I feel like I definitely have since New York, just living there in general. I feel like I have like eaten better, like I eat better than what I used to.
Mm-hmm.
Not like you said, I don't have any dietary restrictions,
Mm-hmm.
but even more so now, I just eat better than like just more nutritious things. Like I try to incorporate more, which actually I was cutting off for a long time was red meat.
Oh,
But I
okay.
realized that red meat is actually like depending on the people, not for
Mm-hmm.
everyone, that's
Mm-hmm.
okay. But for me, maybe that's something that I need to eat more of.
Yeah.
So I started incorporating more of that, more like beef and stuff. But yeah, so I feel like I eat better now for me wise, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I feel like it's not super strict. I don't have no
Yeah.
dietary restrictions,
Yeah.
but I try to add a little bit of greens, more
Oh, so you're
vegetables,
eating some
like
salad.
yeah, so I do. I eat some arugula or some spinach, but we're keeping it there.
Yeah,
We
spinach
keep
is
it
the
there, but
best.
yeah,
Spinach is way better than lettuce. Lettuce
yeah,
sucks. Lettuce literally
yeah.
sucks.
Yeah,
um,
that's true. But yeah, so I eat better than before. Yeah,
what's the most exciting thing you're looking forward to when you move back to New York? What is that thing that you're like excited to do again?
go to just walk around, go to coffee shops with friends, like
Yeah.
meet up with friends and stuff. I feel like that's New York. It's like you can just go out and walk around and just like
Mm-hmm. And
walk
be out
into
all
random
day
stores that
too.
you see.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, yeah. There's so much to just do that you don't even have to be out like spending money that much, like because you can just walk around, like
Yeah.
just walking, go to a park, reading, like it's so nice.
Yeah. What's crazy is I was literally just talking to my chat yesterday about our apartment and how when we moved in, I think I was paying like 800 or something, and then when they raised the rent, how much was it? 'Cause I didn't give them the exact amount, but they raised the rent like crazy, right?
So so what was it before?
I think
Oh,
was
I
it
feel like it's
600 or eight, between 6 and 8, right?
I think so. Yeah, I want to say yeah, like a piece. But I'm like thinking of the whole thing. I forget what exact the whole thing was, like for like the whole apartment.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
I know
yeah.
that they raised it. Like the whole apartment after like our lease was up was going to be 4,000, 4,000
Oh my
something for the
god.
3 bedroom little
Yeah.
bitty closet that we were in.
And it didn't have many amenities. Like I don't remember no gym. It was literally just down like in Manhattan. It was in a good area.
Yeah, it had washer and dryer, but like
Yeah,
you
you
still
had to
have to
pay
pay
for
for
that.
that. So
Yeah,
it's yeah, so it's like
and it had an
what?
elevator
Okay, but
though.
it
That
was. I
elevator is
mean,
clutch.
the what?
The elevator, because not all the apartments in New York
Oh,
got an elevator. That elevator is clutch.
that's true. I feel like that was the best amenity, which
Yeah.
was broken half the time. Was it broken when you were there? Like half of the time?
Oh yeah, I remember walking up them stairs.
And we had to
Oh my gosh.
walk. And we had to walk when we were on the 5th floor. So we had to walk
Yeah.
the stairs. So it's
Oh
like
my
we're paying for a broken
gosh.
elder.
I totally forgot about that too. I totally forgot about the amount of times in which it just didn't work. Dang.
Yeah,
Okay,
random
yeah.
ways.
Luckily,
Yeah.
it worked when I moved in and moved out. Cause I did not want to carry all that stuff down the stairs, bro. That would have been
Yeah.
crazy. Um,
Yeah.
I think that's all of our questions for today. I think we like answered all of them. It's been like an hour. It went by so quick. I feel like it goes by
It did,
super
yeah.
super quick. Um, I want to say thank you so much for giving us your journey with modeling and even a little glimpse at you like your own life when it does, like outside of your career. It's been so nice. Like I'm excited for you to go back to New York as well. Like I feel like it's gonna be
Thank
lit.
you. Thank you.
Like for real, for
Thank you
real.
for having me. This was fun. Like, thank you. I was excited I was nervous but excited. I'm not gonna lie. I was nervous but excited. But
I get like
it
that
was
too.
nice.
I just started
Yeah.
interviewing like maybe 2 months ago, maybe or 2.5. And every time I'm just
Mm.
like freaking out, like, oh my gosh, like I'm just like you get those nerves. It's like with anything in life, you know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
they said good luck with
But it was nice.
everything too in the chat, and they said thank you so much.
Oh, thank you all so much. It was a pleasure. It was a
It's been
pleasure
so
talking to you. And
nice.
I hope I gave some good advice. But
I'm going to send them your I'm gonna show them your Instagram so if they want to go ahead and follow you, support you in whatever
okay.
way they can support you. But it's been amazing talking to you again, girl.
You too. You
All
too. I
right.
know it's been a while. But
Yes,
thank
it's
you
been.
for
We're gonna
having
catch
me.
up for sure after this.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. But also I feel like it helped is because we like lived together and so I knew you a bit. So we
Yeah.
talked. So like
Yeah.
okay. Yeah,
All
so it
right.
was fun.
All right. Bye, girl. Enjoy
Bye.
the
Thank
rest of your
y'all.
day.
Bye everyone.